Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. Today we will be solving 50 most important MCQ questions from the chapter Arithmetic Progression. Each of these questions are very important, and I'm sure by the time you have completed solving the 50 question, you will be very good in facing any kind of a question thrown at you in your exams or tests. Let's get started. The very first question is three numbers in AP have the sum 30. What is the middle term? Now let your terms in the AP, let it be A, and the second term will be added by a fixed number, which is your common difference. So A plus D, let your third term be A plus 2D, and so on. Let these be the terms in your AP. Now what is it given? The three numbers in the AP. So we are only talking about the first three terms. The three numbers in the AP have the sum 30. So when you add the three numbers, that is A plus D plus A plus 2D, the sum is equal to 30, right? What is the middle term? So here A plus D is the middle term. You have to find A plus D. So when you add them, A plus A is 3A, D plus 2D is 3D is equal to 30. Take 3 common out. So you have A plus D inside is equal to 30, or A plus D is equal to 30 divided by 3, which is equal to 10. So A plus D is your middle term in the example that we took, in the assumption that we took, right? So we took the AP as the first three terms of the AP as A, and then A plus D, and then A plus 2D. And it was given that the sum of the first three terms in the AP is equal to 30. So with the information that was given, we got A plus D, which is our middle term, as 10. So the correct answer is B, which is 10. Let's move on to the second question. If K plus 7, 2K minus 2 and 2K plus 6 are three consecutive terms of an AP, then the value of K is. So whenever you are given an AP sequence, the first term will be A1, A2, A3, and it would go on. The difference between the common difference between A2 minus A1, the common difference between A2 and A1 will definitely be equal to the difference between A3 and A2. So this is the concept which we'll be using here. So your first term is K plus 7. The second term is 2K minus 2, and the third term is 2K plus 6. So this is your A1, A2, A3. If these three terms are a part of an arithmetic progression which is given here, okay, in that case A2 minus A1, that is the second term minus the first term, should be equal to the third term minus the second term. So what is our second term here? 2K minus 2 minus the first term, that is K plus 7, is equal to the third term, that is 2K plus 6 minus 2K minus 2. Let's open the bracket and solve them. So 2K minus 2 minus K minus 7 is equal to 2K plus 6 minus 2K plus 2. Minus into minus is plus. So you have got plus 2K minus 2K getting cancelled. So what is 2K minus K? It is just K. So K minus 2 minus 7 is minus 9 is equal to 6 plus 2. It's 8, right? So K is equal to 8 plus 9, which is equal to 17. So the correct answer is, therefore, K is equal to 17 is your answer. Let's see if it is an yes. So K is equal to 17 is an answer. Right? Please make sure you're doing these questions, right? If you are a student of class 10th, the more you practice questions of various types, may it be MCQ or 1 mark or 2 mark or 3 mark or your case study questions, the more you practice, the more you will be very good at it. the lesser will be the mistakes that you make unknowingly, and your speed will also increase. You'll be able to solve problems more quickly, right? Which will save more time in order to recheck your answers at the end. So please make sure you practice a lot of questions every day. Let's move on to the third question. The common difference of the AP. You just have to find the common difference. So the first term is 1 by 2x. Second term is 1 minus 4x by 2x, and this is the third term. How will you find the common difference? A2, so common difference D is equal to second term minus the first term. What is the second term? 1 minus 4x divided by 2x minus the first term, that is 1 by 2x. So take the LCM. The LCM is 2x. So the numerator 1 minus 4x will remain as it is, minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. What will remain is just minus 4x by 2x. Again, x and x will get cancelled. 2 2s are 4. So the answer D is equal to minus 2. D is equal to, the common difference is equal to minus 2 for this specific arithmetic progression. I hope you are able to understand. So these questions were asked in the previous year's question paper. Let's move on to the fourth question. If x, 2x plus 9, 4x plus 3 are three consecutive terms of an AP, then find the value of x. Again, whenever you are given three terms, you have to find the common difference. So the common difference between A2 and A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. That is the third term and the second term. So what is the second term here? It is 2x plus 9 minus the first term, which is x, should be equal to the third term, that is 4x plus 3 minus the second term, that is 2x plus 9. Just solve for x. So when you open the bracket, you will have 2x plus 9 minus x is equal to 4x plus 3 minus 2x minus 9. 2x minus x is just x plus 9 is equal to 4x minus 2x. It's plus 2x minus 9 minus 3. It is minus 9 and minus, 3 minus 9 is minus 6. Okay, now bring all the terms to one side. So 2x minus x is equal to 9 plus 6. So x is equal to 15. Right? The value of x equal to 15, which is your option number D. Right? Okay, so always make sure that whenever you are given consecutive terms, and if you have to find the common difference, you can subtract the second term minus the first term, or third term minus the second term, and you will be able to find the unknown variable value. Let's move on to the fifth question. Find the common difference of the AP whose nth term is given by 3n equal to an equal to 3n plus 7. So you are given the nth term. The nth term of an AP is given to you, which is defined by an is equal to 3n plus 7. So whenever you are given the nth term, you can find out the first three terms of the AP. So the first term of the AP will be A1. A1. In place of n, you can put 1. So 3 into 1 plus 7. So 3 ones are 3 plus 7, it's 10. And then the second term of your AP, that is A2, is equal to 3 into 2 plus 7. So 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 7 is 13. Let's find the third term of the AP. That is by substituting n is equal to 3. So 3 into 3 plus 7. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So these are the three terms. Right? Now what you have to find is the common difference. So the given AP will be 10, 13, 16 and so on. And the common difference is nothing but the second term minus the first term, which is equal to 3. So D is equal to 3. Right? So whenever you're given the nth term, make sure you are generating the first three terms by substituting the value of n as 1, 2, 3, 4 And any value of n, any term can be calculated provided you're substituting that value in place of n. Let's move on to the sixth question. So these are all very important MCQs, right? If A, B, C form an AP with a common difference D, then the value of A minus 2B minus C is equal to, the arithmetic progression that's given to us is the first term is A, the second term is B, and the third term is C. The common difference is D. You have to find the value of A minus 2B minus C. Okay, so when the common difference is D, what is B equal to? B is equal to A plus D, and C is equal to A plus 2D, right? So normally this is how an arithmetic progression, the next consecutive term is always obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous term. So here B minus A is also D, C minus B is also D. So C is nothing but A plus 2D. Now what do you have to find? You have to find the value of A minus 2B minus C. So in place of A, let it be as it is, minus 2 into B. You have to write, in place of B, you can write A plus D. And in place of C, we can write A plus 2D. A plus 2D and solve it. Because if you see all the options here, everything is in terms of A and D. So A minus 2A minus 2D minus A minus 2D. Right. Okay. So plus A minus A gets cancelled. What remains is minus 2A minus 4D. This is what remains. So that's your answer. Which is the correct option? Minus 2A minus 4D. It's option number C. Let's move on to the next question. You have to find the next term of the AP. You are given the AP is defined as root 7. Root 28. If you take the factorization of root 28, so 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. Again, if you take 14, 2 sevens are 14. So root of 28 can be written as 2 root 7. Right? Like in place of root 28, I'm going to write 2 root 7. 63. Let's factorize 63 as well. So 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. Again 3, 3 7s are 21. So root of 63 is nothing but 3 root 7. Right? 3 root 7. So what would be the next term? What would be the next term? So the first, you can find the difference. So common difference D is nothing but the second term, that is 2 root 7 minus the first term, that is root 7. This is equal to just root 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 root 7 minus root 7 is just root 7. Right? So every other term is formed by adding this D. Right? So this is your A1. A2 is nothing but A1 plus D. A3 is nothing but A2 plus D. Similarly, you have to find the next term. What is A4? The fourth term. A4 is nothing but, the fourth term is nothing but the third term plus D. What is your third term? 3 root 7 plus, what is your D? Root 7, which is equal to 4 root 7. Right? Now, which of the following terms is 4 root 7? How do you know that? Which of the following terms is equal to 4 root 7? So you have to bring, so just like you did here, right? Root 63 is equal to 3 root 7. This is nothing but 3 into 3 into 7. Similarly, you can write 4 root 7 is nothing but, within the square root, you have to take 4 square. 4 into 4 multiplied by 7. Because you don't know anything, you don't have any of the options in terms of root 7. So 4 fours are 16. What is 16 into 7? 6 sevens are 42. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? So it is root of 112. That's your answer. Root of 112. Root of 112 is your fourth term. So the correct answer is option number D. I hope you are able to understand this. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. If k plus 2, 4k minus 6 and 3k minus 2, if these three terms are the three consecutive terms of an AP, then find the value of k. Again, very, very easy. You have your first term as k plus 2. The second term is 4k minus 6. And the third term is 3k minus 2. Okay, so this is your A1, A2, A3. So the common difference, which is D, should be equal to A2 minus A1, and this will be equal to A3 minus A2. What is A2 minus A1? 4k minus 6. This is the second term minus the first term is k plus 2 should be equal to the third term, that is 3k minus 2 minus the second term, that is 4k minus 6. So on solving, what do you get? 4k minus 6 minus k minus 2 is equal to 3k minus 2 minus 4k plus 6. So on solving, you have 3k minus 8 is equal to 3k minus 4k is minus k plus 6 minus 2 is 4. So bring all k terms to one side. 3k plus k is equal to 4 plus 8. So you have got 4k. 3k plus k is 4k is equal to 12, or k is equal to 3. So k is equal to 3. That is option number A. Let's move on to the 9th question. If minus 5 by 7, A and 2 are consecutive terms in an AP, find the value of A. So let's take the common difference, that is A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. So what is the second term? It is A minus the first term, which is minus 5 by 7, is equal to the third term. It's 2 minus A. Just solve for A. So this is A plus 5 by 7 is equal to 2 minus A. Bring all A terms to one side. So A plus A is equal to 2 minus 5 by 7. Take the LCM. So you have LCM is 7. 7 2s are 14 minus 5, which is 9 by 7. So 2A is equal to 9 by 7. Or A is equal to 9 by 7 into 2, which is 14. So 9 by 14. Yeah, that's your answer. The option number B is your correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is not an AP? So the best way to calculate is for the first option. Calculate your D. So the second term, that is 0.8 minus first term, that is minus 1.2, should be equal to the third term minus the second term, that is 2.8 minus the second term 0.8. So what are you getting? 0.8. You are asked which is not an AP, right? So here it's 0.8 minus into minus is plus, 1.2 should be equal to 2.8 minus 0.8 is just 2. So 0.8 plus 1.2 is again 2. So 2 is equal to 2. This is an AP. Option 1 is an AP. Let's move on to option number B. So here the formula that we are applying is the common difference D is nothing but A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. Okay, in option number B, what is the second term? It is 3 plus root 2 minus the first term should be equal to the third term. What is your third term? Third term minus the second term. So it is nothing but 3 plus 2 root 2 minus the second term. That is 3 plus root 2. Let's see if it is equal. So 3 plus root 2 minus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 minus root 2. So you have got 3 and 3 gets cancelled. Here again 3 and minus 3 gets cancelled. So you have root 2 is equal to 2 root 2 minus root 2 is again root 2. Therefore, it is an AP. The second series is also a AP. Let's check out for C. So 7 by 3 minus 4 by 3 should be equal to 9 by 3 minus 7 by 3. Right? What is 7 by 3? So LCM is 3. 7 minus 4 is 3 is equal to again 3. 9 minus 7 is 2. Right? This is not equal. Here in option number C, What do you see here? A3, A2 minus A1, the difference between the first term and the second term is not equal to the difference between the third term and the second term. Therefore, it is not an AP, not an arithmetic progression. So, you're asked which is not an AP. So, option number C is not an AP. Let's move on to the next question. Find the value of x, the value of x for which 2x, x plus 10, 3x plus 2 are three consecutive terms of an AP. Again, you have to do it the same way. So if the given terms are in AP, that means D should be equal to A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. What is second term? X plus 10 minus the first term should be equal to the third term, 3x plus 2 minus the second term, that is x plus 10. So x plus 10 minus 2x should be equal to 3x plus 2 minus x minus 10. So x minus 2x is minus x plus 10 will be equal to 3x minus x is 2x minus 8. Bring all x terms to one side. So minus x minus 2x is equal to minus 8 minus 10. So minus 3x is equal to minus 18. Negative gets cancelled. X is equal to 18 divided by 3, which is 6. So which is that value of x which when substituted will make all the three consecutive terms to be an AP? It will be x equal to 6. So the option number A is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Yes, the seventh term from the end of an AP. So you are given an AP which is defined as minus 8, minus 5, minus 2 and so on up to 49. You are asked to find the seventh term from the end. So what you can do is you have to reverse your AP. Let us reverse our AP. So the first term, reverse or flip the given AP. So in that case, the first will be 49 and so on. Again, minus 2, comma, minus 5 and minus 8 will become your last term. Calculate your D. D is nothing but you can take any two terms, right? You can take these two terms also. So minus 5 minus of minus 2 will give you the common difference. Minus 5 plus 2, which is minus 3. So your D, now you have flipped it, right? The given AP has been reversed. So your first term would be A is equal to 49. This is your A and minus 3 is your D. So now you can calculate the seventh term from the beginning, which is A plus 7 minus 1, that is 6D. So what is A? A is 49 plus 6 into D is minus 3. So 49 minus 18. How much is it? 49 minus 18 will be your answer. That is your seventh term. 31. So the answer is the seventh term of the AP will be 31. So the answer is option number C. Okay. Let's move on to the 13th question. Yeah, the nth term of an AP is given. So whenever you are given the nth term is denoted by AN. It is 7n plus 4. You have to find the common difference D. Find out your first term by substituting n as 1. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Find out your second term. N equal to 2. So 7 2s are 14 plus 4. It's 18. Find out your third term. 7 into 3 plus 4. 21 plus 4, which is 25. Right? So your AP will be, what is your AP? 11, 18, 25 and so on. So what is your common difference D? 18 minus 11, which is 7. So the option number, which option is correct? It is C. 7 is the correct answer. Let's move on to the 14th question. You have to find the next fourth term of the AP will be, what is the next term? So root 18. So if you factorize it, solve it, So 2 nines are 18, 3 threes are 9. So root 18 can be written as 3 root 2. The given AP, the first three terms of the given AP. 50, factorize it. So 225, again 5 5s are 25. 5 root 2 is 5 root 2 is root 50. Again 98, 2 4 49. So 7 root 2 is root 98. 7 root 2. What will be the next term? Find out your D. D is nothing but 5 root 2 minus 3 root 2, which is nothing but 2 root 2. Right? So the fourth term can be calculated by adding D to the third term. What is your third term? 7 root 2 plus your D, which is 2 root 2. 7 plus 2, 9 root 2. That's your answer. Or you can calculate your A and D and use the formula A4. Fourth term is equal to A plus 3D. That's also another way. Wherein you will take A as the first term. That's 3 root 2 plus 3 into what is your D? 2 root 2. Here, this is also another way of doing. So 3 root 2 plus 6 root 2. 3 into 2, 6 root 2, which is nothing but 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 root 2. So either ways, you'll be getting 9 root 2. But you don't have any of the options in terms of 9 root 2. So how can you write 9 root 2? You have to take the 9 inside. So multiply it twice. 9 into 9 into 2. What is 9 nines are? 81. What is 81 multiplied by 2? It is 162. Root of 162 is your correct answer, which is option number C. Moving on to the 15th question. The 14th term from the end. Again, whenever you are given from the end, better is to reverse the AP. So let me write the AP from the end. It is nothing but 49. Is it the same question that we just did? No, it's a little different. Okay. So 49 and so on. Then minus 5, minus 8 and minus 11. I've just flipped the given AP. So you are asked 14th term from the end if it is your original AP, but once you flip it, you can find out the 14th term from the start of the AP. So here the first term is A, 49. What is D? D can be calculated by subtracting any two consecutive terms. So minus 8 minus of minus 5. So which is minus 8 plus 5, which is minus 3. Right? So the 14th term, A14, can be calculated using the formula A plus 14 minus 1 into D. Right? AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So A is 49 plus 13 multiplied by D is minus 3. So 49 minus 39, which is equal to 10. So the 14th term will be 10. Let's move on to the 16th question. Yeah. The 11th term from the end of the AP. You have to do it the same way. You can flip your AP. So it is minus 62 will come to the front, will become the first term. And so on. 4, 7 and 10. 10 will become the last term. Right? So your first term is denoted by A, which is minus 62. Your common difference will be 7 minus 4, which is 3. You can calculate your 11th term. So A plus 11 minus 1, 10D. What is A? Minus 62 plus 10 into D is 3. So minus 62 plus 30. Just subtract 62 minus 30. So you'll be getting minus 32 is the value for your 11th term. And it is option number C. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, the first term of an AP is P and the common difference is Q. Then find the 10th term. What is your A? A is your first term, right? The first term A is nothing but P, which is given. The common difference, which is D, is equal to Q. Find the 10th term. A10 is equal to A plus 9D. What is A? It's P. plus 9 into D is nothing but Q. That's your answer. P plus 9Q, which is option number C. P plus 9Q is your answer. Just substitute in place of A, you are putting P, and in place of common difference D, you are substituting it with Q. I hope it's clear. Moving on to the next question. In an AP, if the first term A is 7, nth term AN is 84, and the sum of the first n terms is given by Sn equal to 2093 divided by 2, you have to find the value of n. Right? Let's write what is given. You are given A is equal to 7. You are given the nth term An is equal to 84, and you are given the sum of the first n terms is equal to 2093 divided by 2. How do we do this now? So there is a reason why they have given the nth term, right? Let D be the common difference of this AP. Let's use this nth term formula. So nth term formula is A plus n minus 1 into D. Two things which are not known is D and N. An is equal to 84. 84 is equal to 7 plus n minus 1 into D. What is n minus 1 into D then? N minus 1 into D, this entire term will be equal to 84 minus 7, which is equal to 77. Okay, so let this be equation number 1. Now we know you are given the sum of the first n terms is nothing but 2093 by 2. Let's use the formula for Sn. This is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Now in place of this n minus 1 into D, we will substitute 77. You have to calculate what is n, right? So 2093 by 2 is equal to n by 2 into 2a. What is a? 7. 2 into 7 plus, in place of this n minus 1 into D, I am going to write 77 from equation 1. Okay, so by 2 will get cancelled on either side. 2093 is equal to n into 14 plus 77. So what is 14 plus 77? 91, right? So this is nothing but n into 91 is equal to 2093, and n is equal to 2093 divided by 91. You can just calculate the value. So you'll be getting 91 divided by 2093. So 91 into 2, it is, first is 2, 182, subtract. So 7, again 2, 273. So 91 into 3 is 273. So 273. So the answer is n equal to, what is the value of n that you're getting? 23. On dividing 2093 by 91, you'll be getting 23 is your answer. The correct answer is C, 23. Let's move on to the next question. It's an assertion reason type question. The assertion statement is A, B, C are in AP if and only if 2B equal to A plus C. So, if you have your terms A, B, C are a part of an AP, in that case, B minus A should be equal to C minus B, right? So, if you rearrange the terms, you will get B plus B is equal to C plus A, or 2B is equal to A plus C. Yes, it is correct. The assertion statement is true. Okay, the assertion statement is true. Let's move on to the reason. The sum of the first n odd natural numbers. So, moving on to the statement which is reason. What is the sum of the first n, right? Let's write the first few odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. These are odd natural numbers. What is A? First term is 1. What is your D? 3 minus 1, which is 2. So what is the formula for the first n terms? It is n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Let's substitute. We don't know what is our n here. Correct? So this is equal to n by 2 into 2A is 1 plus n minus 1 into d is 2. Let's solve it. So n by 2 multiplied by 2 plus 2 into n, 2n minus 2. Again, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So this is nothing but n by 2 multiplied by 2n. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So what is the sum of the first n odd natural numbers? It is n square. That's your answer. And you are given this already, right? The sum of the first n odd number is n square. So this is also true. So the reason is also true. But both assertion and reason are true, but is the reason the correct explanation for A? No, because assertion is completely on finding the difference, right? It is an AP. A, B, C are in AP only if the difference between the second and the first and third and the second are equal. That is not related to the sum of the first n odd in natural numbers. So the correct thing is that both A and R are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion statement. That's the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So the question is the 10th term of the AP 5, 19 by 4, 9 by 2, 17 by 4 is. You have to find the 10th term. So the first term of the given AP is 5. Let's find the common difference. 19 by 4 minus 5. The LCM is 4. So 19 minus 4 5s are 20. So this is minus 1 by 4 is your common difference. So you can use the nth term formula, which is A plus n minus 1 into d. So the 10th term can be calculated using A is 5 plus n is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9 multiplied by d is minus 1 by 4. So this is 5 minus 9 by 4. Again, the LCM is 4. 4 5s are 20 minus 9, which is 11 by 4 is the 10th term. The option D is correct. Let's move on to it's the kth term of the arithmetic progression. You're given the arithmetic progression is 25, 50, 75, 100 and it goes on. If the kth term AK is given as 1000, then find the value of K. Again, very easy. So again, what is AK? Similar to AN. A plus K minus 1 into D is given as 1000. What is A? A is the first term, that is 25 plus K minus 1 into what is D? D is nothing but 50 minus 25, which is 25, right? 25 is equal to 1000. Just solve it. So you have K minus 1 into 25 is equal to 1000 minus 25, which is 975. That is your K minus 1 into 25. So K minus 1 will be equal to 975 divided by 25. You can cancel. So 5 5s are 25. Again, 5 1s are 5, 47. So 5 9s are 45. Again, 5 5s are 25. Again, you can cancel. 5 3s are 15, 45. 5 9s are 45. So K is equal to 39 plus 1. Minus 1 will go to the other end. So it will become K is equal to 40 is the correct answer. Do we have an option? Yes, the option is C, 40. Let's move on to the sum of the first n odd natural numbers. Again, very easy. Write the first n odd natural numbers. So you have 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. You know your A, first term of the given AP, which is 1. Common difference is 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. You have to find the sum of the first n natural numbers. So n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. I think we just did a similar question. N by 2 into A is 1 plus n minus 1 into D is 2. Just solve it. So you have n by 2 into 2 into 1, 2 plus 2n minus 2. So 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. you will have Sn equal to n by 2 multiplied by 2n. Again, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. The answer is n square. Right? Option number A is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Find the sum of the n terms of the series. You are given a series. Let's calculate what is the sum of the n terms, which is denoted by Sn is asked. What is the first term of the series? A is equal to root 2. What is your D? D is equal to root of 8. So 8, if you take, it is 2 root 2. Right? So 2 root 2 minus the first term, that is root 2, which is 2 root 2 minus root 2 is just root 2. So if you know A and D, you can calculate what is the sum of the first n terms using the formula n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Just substitute the value. So you have n by 2 into a is root 2 plus n minus 1 into d is again root 2. So here you have n by 2, 2 root 2 plus root 2n minus root 2. 2 root 2 minus root 2 is nothing but root 2. So root 2 plus root 2n. Right? You can take one root 2 outside. Root 2 common out. You have 1 plus n inside. And if you cancel, this will be, you'll have 1 root 2 in the denominator. 2 is nothing but root 2 into root 2. So this is n into n plus 1 divided by root 2 is what I am getting as the sum of the first n terms. Right? What is it? N into n plus 1 by root 2. N into n plus 1 by root 2. Option number C is the correct answer. I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. In an AP, if D is equal to minus 4, N is 7, AN is 4, find A. Just write the formula for the nth term. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Just substitute the values. AN is 4, A we have to find, plus N is 7 and D is minus 4. So 4 is equal to A plus 6 into minus 4, which is A minus 24, and A is equal to 4 plus 24, which is 28. And that's your first term. A refers to the first term of an AP. Option number D, 28 is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. In an AP, if A is 3.5, D, there is no common difference at all. That means the first term is 3.5. If there is no difference at all, that means the second term is also the same. The difference will be 0, right? 3.5 minus 3.5 is 0. The third term will also be 3.5 and it goes on. The total number of terms you are given, n is equal to 101. What is the nth term? The total number of terms is 101. What will be the nth term? So if you have to calculate, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So a is nothing but the first term plus n is nothing but 101 minus 1 into d is 0. So this entire term will be 0. So an will be 3.5. Option number B is the correct answer. If D is 0, all the terms in that AP is the same. They are the same. Moving on to the next question. Always remember, right? Whenever your difference is 0, that means all the terms in the sequence are the same terms. There's no change at all. That's why the difference is 0. Okay, moving on to the next question. The list of numbers, you are given the numbers as minus 10, minus 6, minus 2 and 2. You are given the list of numbers. Let's check if it is AP. So A2 minus A1 is nothing but minus 6 minus of minus 10, which is minus 6 plus 10. 10 minus 6 is nothing but plus 4. Let's calculate A3 minus A2. Minus 2 minus of minus 6, which is minus 2 plus 6. Again, it is 4. Let's calculate the fourth term minus the third term. Fourth term is 2 minus of minus 2. Again, it is 2 plus 2, which is 4. So, all of these are the common difference, D. So, this is an AP. The given list of numbers is an arithmetic progression with D equal to 4. With D equal to the common difference is equal to 4. So, the answer is B, an AP with difference equal to common difference as 4. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Find the 11th term of the AP. You are given an AP. So let's write what is our first term is minus 5. Let's calculate the common difference, that is the second term minus the first term, minus of minus 5. So minus 5 by 2 plus 5 by 1. So take the LCM 2. So minus 5 plus 10, which is 5 by 2. Okay. So let's find out what is your 11th term. This is equal to, write it directly, A plus 10D. A is nothing but minus 5 plus 10 into what is your D? 5 by 2. So again, 2 5s are 10. So this is minus 5 plus 5 into 5 is 25. What is 25 minus 5? It's 20. So therefore the 11th term will be 20. Option number B is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. All of these are MCQs. The first 4 terms of an AP whose first term is minus 2. First term is denoted by A. A is minus 2. The common difference, that is D, is nothing but minus 2. So what is your first term? You have to find the first 4 terms of an AP. So the first term will be minus 2. The second term will be A plus D. So it will be minus 2 minus 2, which will be minus 4, right? So let me write it minus 4. Again, minus 4 minus 2 will be minus 6. Minus 6 minus 2. So you just have to add the D. D is minus 2. Again, minus 2. Minus 2 minus, okay, you have to add a minus 2 to all of the terms. Add again a minus 2. Minus 6 minus 2 is minus 8, and it goes on. So the first 4 terms would be minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10, minus 12, and it goes on. So which is the correct answer? Option number C is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. Find the 21st term of the AP whose first 2 terms are given. So in your AP, the first 2 terms are minus 3, 4. We don't know the next term. So what is your A? The first term is minus 3. What is your common difference? 4 minus minus 3, which is 4 plus 3, that is 7. You have to calculate what is the 21st term. So it is A plus 20D. A is minus 3 plus 20 into D is 7. This is nothing but minus 3 plus 2 7s are 14. 140. 140 minus 3 is 137. So the correct answer is 137, which is option number B. That's the right answer. Yes, always remember this formula. AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So if you have to calculate the 30th term, you can just apply A plus 30 minus 1, 29D. If you have to calculate the 50th term, you can just write down A plus 49D, right? N minus 1. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. If the second term of an AP, the second term is given to you, how do you denote the second term? A2 is 13 and the fifth term, A5, is 25. You have to find out what is its seventh term. A7 you have to find out. So let's write what is A2. It is A plus N minus 1 into D. 2 minus 1 is 1. So A plus D is 13. Equation number 1. A plus A5 is nothing but A plus N minus 1 into D, right? So A plus 4D is equal to 25. This is equation number 2. Subtract 2 minus 1. So you have A plus 4D equal to 25. A plus D is equal to 13. When you subtract, A will get cancelled. So 4D minus D is 3D is equal to 12. So D is equal to 4. Okay, so if you put D equal to 4, put D equal to 4 in equation 1. What do you get? A is equal to 13 minus 4. What is 13 minus 4? It is 9. So you are getting for A and D, if you know, you can calculate any term. So you are asked to find the 7th term. It is A plus 6D. What is A? It is 9 plus 6 into what is D? D is 4. So this is nothing but 9 plus 6 fours are 24. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 3. 33 is the correct answer. So the 7th term is 33. Option number B is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Which term of the AP, you are given an AP and you have to find which term of the AP is 210. So let AN be 210. You know your first term, that is 21. What is D? D is nothing but 42 minus 21, which is 21. Correct? So let's apply in the formula and let's see if n is a whole number. Only if n is a whole number, that means 210 is a term in the AP and you'll be able to calculate which term it is. So AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Which term? Means you have to find out your N. It is a part of AP, but you have to find which term is it. So AN is nothing but 210 is equal to 21 plus N minus 1 into D is 21 again. Right? So you can open the brackets. So plus 21N minus 21 is equal to 210. This plus 21 minus 21 will get cancelled and N is equal to 210 divided by 21, which is equal to 10. So the 10th term, therefore, what does it mean? N equal to 10 means the 10th term of the AP, which is A10, is equal to 210. Right? So the 10th term. So the correct answer is option number B. Let's move on to the next question. If the common difference of an AP, that is you're given D is equal to 5, then what is A18 minus A13? So what is A18th term minus the 13th term is asked. Let's expand it using the formula. So it's A plus 17D minus A plus 12D. Open the brackets. So you have A plus 17D. In place of D, I can substitute 5 minus A minus into plus is minus 12. In place of D, I'll write 5. This plus A and minus A will get cancelled. So what is 17 into 5? It is 85 minus 60. So the answer is 25 is the correct answer. Option number C is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Now, what is the common difference of an AP in which you are given the 18th term minus the 14th term? The difference is 32. You have to find what is the common difference. Let's do it. This is A plus 17D minus the 14th term is A plus 13D is equal to 32. So this is nothing but A plus 17D minus A minus 13D is nothing but 32. Plus A minus A gets cancelled. 17 minus 13 is 4. D is equal to 32 and D is equal to 8. The answer is option number A. Let's move on to the next question. If 7 times the 7th term of an AP, that is 7 times, that means 7 multiplied by the 7th term of an AP is equal to 11 times the 11th term of an AP, then its 18th term would be, you have to find what is the 18th term. Let's do it. So 7 multiplied by a plus 6d is equal to 11 multiplied by a plus 10d. You just have to solve it. So 7a plus 7 6 are 42d is equal to 11a plus 110d. Bring all a terms to one side. So 7a minus 11a plus 42d minus 110d is equal to 0. 7a minus 11a is minus 4a minus 110 minus 42. So you have got 868 minus 68d is equal to 0. Right? You can take minus 4 common. So you'll have a plus, what is 68 divided by 4? 4 ones are 4, 4 7. 17d equal to 0. Correct? You have to find the 18th term. So what will be the 18th term? This is your 18th term. So what is a plus 17d will be equal to 0 divided by minus 4 is 0. And this is your 18th term. Right? A18 is equal to 0. So the correct answer is option number D, 0. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. The fourth term from the end of the AP. You are given an AP, and whenever you are asked to find a term from the end, you can reverse the AP. So when I reverse the AP, I'll write the last term as the first term, and it goes on minus 5, then minus 8, and then minus 11 will be my last term here. So your first term is 49. The common difference D will be equal to minus 8 minus of minus 5. That is minus 8 plus 5, which is minus 3. Now you can calculate the fourth term, which is A plus 3D. A is 49 plus 3 into D is minus 3. So this is 49 minus 9, which is 40. So option number B is the correct answer. Moving on to the 36th MCQ question. Yeah. If the first term of an AP is minus 5, A is minus 5, and the common difference is 2, then find the sum of the first 6 terms. Just write the formula. It is n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So here n is 6, so 6 by 2 into 2, A is minus 5 plus n is 6 minus 1 into D is 2. Just solve it. So 6 by 2 is 3, 2 into minus 5 minus 10 plus 5 into 2. So here it will be 3 multiplied by minus 10 plus 5 into 2, 10. Okay, so this will get cancelled. It is 0. So 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. So the sum of the first 6 terms will be 0. Option number A is the correct answer. So moving on to the next question. The sum of the first 16 terms of the AP. You are given an AP that is 10, 6, 2 and so on. You have to find the sum of the first 16 terms. S16 is asked. So what is A? First term is 10. The difference is 6 minus 10, which is minus 4. So let's calculate what is S16. It is n by 2, 16 by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D is minus 4. Just calculate it. So it's 8 multiplied by 20 plus 15 multiplied by minus 4. So this is nothing but 8 multiplied by 20 minus 16. So 8 multiplied by minus 40. 8 4s are 32 minus 320 is the correct answer. So the sum of the first 16 terms is minus 320, option number A. Let's move on to the next question. In an AP, if your A is 1, A and nth term is 20 and the sum of the first n terms is 399, then what is your n is the question. So what is the formula for Sn? So Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? Here I can write n by 2 into this 2a, I can split it up and write a plus n minus 1 into d, right? And this a into a plus n minus 1 into d, I can write it as n by 2 into a plus a n, nth term. So let's just substitute all of it. So you're given Sn as 399 is equal to n by 2. N we have to calculate. What is your A? A is 1 plus. What is your A n? Nth term? It's 20. So cross multiply. So you have got 399 multiplied by 2 is equal to n into 21. So n is equal to 399 multiplied by 2 divided by 21. So what is 399 into 2? 18, 8, 1, 99, 1, 798 divided by 21. So you have to 798 divided by 21. So if you go with 3, 6 and then 6, 1, 8. So multiply by, if you do it with 8, you have 21 into 8 is 168. So the answer for n is equal to 38 is the correct answer. Therefore, the number of terms in this AP whose first term is 1, whose nth term is 20, that is the last term is 20, and the sum of all terms is 399, the n value, the number of terms is equal to 38. Let's move on to the next question. The sum of the first 5 multiples of 3. First 5 multiples of 3. So what are the first few multiples of 3? Can we write the first 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12 and 3 fives are 15. The question is asking you for the sum of these 5 multiples of 3. So what is your A? A is 3. What is your D? D is 6 minus 3, which is 3. And your last term is also known. AN is nothing but 15. So it's very easy to calculate SN formula or S5. S5. There are totally 5 terms is equal to N by 2 into first term plus the last term. Right? So what is N? Total number of terms, it's 5. 5 by 2 multiplied by A is 3 plus the last term is 15. So this is nothing but 5 by 2 multiplied by 18. So 2 nines are 18. 5 into 9 is 45. So 45 is the correct answer. Option number A is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is the next term of the AP. You are given an AP and you have to find the next term. So root 6. The AP will be, the first term is root 6. The second term 24, if you factorize it, 2 6 are 12. So you'll be getting it as 2 root 6. And the next term 54, if you do it, if you factorize it, so 2 2s are 4, again 27. So you will be getting 3 9s are 27. So you can write it as, again 3 3s are 9. Right? So you can write it as 3 root 6. This is root. So what would be the next term? The next term would be 4 root 6. Correct? The next term would be 4 root 6. But you cannot write 4 root 6. You have to take it inside. So it will be 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 6 will be your answer. So 4 4s are 16. 16 multiplied by 6 is 96. Root of 96 will be the next term. Option number B is the correct answer. I hope it's clear. So you have to write in whichever terms you are required to write. In order to make it simple, we are just factorizing it and writing it in the smallest level, right? Lower form of a number. Moving on to the next question. Yeah. In an AP, the first term A is nothing but minus 2. The common difference D is also minus 2. Then the first 4 terms, I think we just did this question. So the first term will be minus 2. The second term will be minus 2 plus D, which will be minus 4. The third term would be minus 4 plus D, which is minus 6. And then minus 6 plus D. D is minus 2. So minus 6 minus 2 is minus 8 and it would go on. So the correct answer is option number C. For moving on to the next question. Yeah, two APs have the same common difference. Okay, so there are two different APs which have the same common difference. So D is the same between the two APs. The first term of one of these APs is, say, A is equal to -1, and the other one, that is A dash, is equal to -8. Find the difference between their fourth term. So here it would be A plus 3D, right? That will be a fourth term. And here it will be A dash plus, again, fourth term is 3D. I'm not writing D dash because D is common across both the terms. What is A here? The difference between the terms. So you have to find the difference. So you have to subtract them. So you have A here. In place of A, I'll write -1 plus 3D minus A dash. What is A dash? -8 plus 3D. This is what you have to find out. So you can open the bracket, -1 plus 3D. Minus into minus is +8 minus 3D. So plus 3D minus 3D would get cancelled. And what will be left is A minus 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. So the correct answer is option number C, which is 7. I hope it's clear. Just find the difference, that's all. Since the D is common here, that's why I kept the same D. However, the first term is different. That's why we just introduced an A dash factor. And this was the fourth term of both the APs. For the first AP, it's A plus 3D. The second, for the next AP, it is A dash plus 3D. Moving on to the next question. The first term of an AP is P. Again, this is also, I think, a similar question was done earlier. The first term is P. The common difference is Q. What would be the 10th term? It's A plus 9 into D. A is nothing but P plus 9 into Q. So P plus 9Q, which is option number C, is the correct answer. The next question. Yeah, find the middle term of the AP. So let us find out the first. In order to calculate the middle term, let's find out N. Okay, so here you have your AP is -11, -7, -3, and so on up to 49. So this is your A, this is your AN. Let's calculate our D. So what is your common difference D? -7 minus of -11, which is -7 plus 11. That is equal to +4. Right? So what is AN formula? AN equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Let's calculate N. AN is 49 is equal to A is -11 plus N minus 1 into D is 4. Right? So this is nothing but 49 is equal to -11 plus 4n minus 4. So this will be -15 plus 4n. Here LHS it will be 49. So 49 plus 15 is equal to 4n. So you have 14, 4, 1, 4, 5, 6. 64 is equal to 4n, and n is equal to 64 divided by 4. So 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24. So n is equal to 16 is what I am getting. N is equal to, so find the middle term. So n is equal to 16. That is, the number of terms is nothing but here it is an even number. Correct? N is even. So if n is even, then there will be two terms. There will be two middle terms. Okay. So what are the two middle terms? The middle terms will be, the first term would be n by 2th term and n by 2 plus 1th term. So what is 16 by 2? It's 8th term and the 9th term, which will be your middle terms. Calculate your 8th term. So A8 will be equal to A plus 7D. What is A? It is -11 plus 7 into D. What is your D? It is 4. Okay, so this is nothing but -11 plus 28. So 28 minus 11, 17. Right? 17 is your 8th term. So the middle terms are 2 in number. Okay, and what will be your 9th term? A 9 is equal to a plus, let me write it clearly, or I'll write it somewhere here. What is your ninth term? A9 will be equal to a plus 8d. What is a? Minus 11 plus 8 into d is nothing but 4. So minus 11 plus 8 fours are 32. So what is 32? Minus 11, it is 21. Okay, so what are the answers? Your answers are, find the middle term is asked, 17 comma 21. 17 comma 21 are the exact middle terms of this particular AP. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Yeah. Find the common difference. If the common difference of an AP is 5, right? So D is 5. Common difference means D is 5. Then find A18 minus A13. Again, this is something similar question we did. A plus 17D minus a plus 12d. Open the brackets. So you have a plus 17d minus a minus 12d. Plus a minus a gets cancelled. 17 minus 12d is 5d. So you know d is nothing but d is equal to 5. So 5 into 5 is equal to 25, and that's your correct answer. Okay, the difference between the 18th term and the 13th term. Moving on. Yeah. In an AP, if the first two terms are minus 3 comma 4, then find the 21st term. So your A is minus 3 and your D is nothing but 4 minus of minus 3, which is 4 plus 3. That is 7. You have to find the 21st term. It's equal to A plus 20D. So A is minus 3 plus 20 into D is 7. So minus 3 plus 140. 140 minus 3 is 137. Okay, option number B. Let's move on to the next question. Find the seventh term of an AP if the second term is 13, that is A2. The second term is 13 and the fifth term is 25. So this is A plus n minus 1, 2 minus 1, 1d. A plus d is 13, equation number 1, and A plus 4d is 25, equation number 2. So what is 2 minus 1? Just subtract. So A plus 4d is equal to 25. A plus d is equal to 13. When you subtract, change the sign. This plus a minus a would get cancelled. So 4 minus 1 is 3d is equal to 5 minus 3 is 2, 12. D is equal to 4. So if you put d equal to 4 in 1, a plus 4 is equal to 13. So a will be 13 minus 4, which will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 9. Right? A is equal to 9. What are you asked? Find the seventh term. So you know your A and D. So it's very easy to calculate the seventh term. So the seventh term will be A plus 6D. A is 9 plus 6 into D is 4. So this is nothing but 9 plus 24. So the answer is 33. The correct answer is option number B, which is 33. So here you are given your AP and let's find out the common difference, right? A2 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus A2. So what is A2? The second term, you are given the three consecutive terms. So the second term is x plus 10 minus the first term, that is 2x, should be equal to the third term, that is 3x plus 2 minus the second term, which is x plus 10. So just simplify it. So you have x plus 10 minus 2x will be equal to 3x plus 2 minus x minus 10. So this is nothing but 10 minus 2x plus x is minus x is equal to 3x minus x is 2x minus 8. Bring all x terms to one side. So minus x minus 3x is equal to minus 8 minus 10. So this is minus 4x is equal to minus 18, and negative negative will get cancelled. X is equal to 18 divided by 4. So 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. So it's nothing but x is equal to 9 by 2. That's your correct answer. So the value of which these three terms have to be the consecutive terms of an AP, the value of x is 9 by 2. Moving on to the next question. Find the number of multiples of 4 between 10 and 250. So the very first multiple after 10 is your 12, and then 12 plus 4, 16, 20, and so on. So to find out the last multiple of 4 just before 250, you can divide 250 by 4. So 4 6 are 24. 4 2s are 8. You will get the remainder as 2. So what you can do is you can subtract 250 minus 2, which will be 248. So 248 is the last multiple of 4 in this range, right? Starting from 10 to 250, the multiples of 4 alone are starting from 12. The number immediately after 10 is 12, 16, 20, and so on. So you have to find the number of multiples. You have to find what is n here. So a is 12. Your common difference is 4. You have to find what is your an. The nth term is 248. So let's use the formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So 248 is equal to 12 plus n minus 1 into d is 4. So you have 248 is equal to 12 plus 4n minus 4. So this is nothing but 8 plus 4n is equal to 248. So 248 minus 8, it's 240 is equal to 4n, which implies n is equal to 240 divided by 4. So 4 6 are 24. So n is equal to 60. So the total multiples of 4 between 10 and 250 is equal to 60. C equal to 60. That's the correct answer. Let's move on to the last question. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP. So whenever you ask the last term to AP, you have to reverse the AP. So the new AP would be 253, comma, and so on. 13, just reverse it, flip it, 8 and 3. Right? This is your A. And what is your common difference? D. 8 minus 13 minus 5. D is equal to minus 5. Let's find out what is the 20th term. This is equal to A plus 19D. What is A? 253 plus 19 into D is minus 5. So 253 minus 9 5s are 45, 5 4. So it's 253 minus 95. So you have 13, 4, 14. So 13 minus 5, 8. So 8, and then 9, it's 5, 158. 158 is the answer. 158 is the correct answer. That's your 20th term. Right? So normally, when you're doing such calculations, right, when you're multiplying it, when you're subtracting it, you have to make sure that, you don't make mistakes in basic maths calculations like addition, subtraction, taking out common terms. So these were the most 50 important frequently asked MCQ questions from arithmetic progression. Few of the questions were of similar pattern, and I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comments if you found this MCQ marathon useful, and which chapter would you like me to do next for covering the multiple choice questions. Let me know in the comments, and please do share it with your friends. Do subscribe if you haven't. Thank you and happy learning.